From Fox 12 Oregon, this is breaking news.
We have breaking news first at 5. 2 shootings in a matter of hours in our area. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Amy Troy in for Shauna Parsons. One shooting in North Portland turned deadly late this afternoon. The other in Vancouver badly hurt an officer. Now we begin with that shooting in Vancouver. A police officer is in the hospital right now as investigators interview 2 people who are in custody. The shooting happened near Northeast 162nd and 34th Street just before noon today. We have first live local team coverage beginning with Fox 12's Jamie Wilson with how this started during a traffic stop. Jamie?
Well, Amy, it happened right behind me, right in the middle of the street here on Northeast 34th Street. And you can see the crime scene analysis is still going on tonight. Now, the Vancouver police officer was riding a motorcycle you see over there on the scene when he pulled over the driver of a stolen car. And moments later, neighbors tell us there was gunfire.
I live right where the situation happened, and I look up over the fence and I see the police officer was in the middle of the street.
Jerry Kneppers stopped at home for a quick lunch today when he heard the gunshots.
So I ran out of the house, ran around the corner, called in the ambulance, officer down, and I went up to him, and I'm not an EMT. I didn't know what to do. The lady who stopped in the first car was wrapping him up around his head and his shoulders and his neck. And he kind of fell over.
Corey Newman lives around the corner and just happened to hear everything unfold on his police scanner and right outside his window.
The cop pulled somebody over here on 34th Street. They actually, before he got second command, the gunfire started.
How many shots did you hear?
It's 7, 8.
One of the worst nightmares that a chief could go through.
Vancouver Police Chief James McElvin says it's the call he never wants to get. Right after the officer was rushed to the hospital, police began scouring the area for the suspects. McElvin says officers caught one person right away, and then a Fox 12 viewer captured cops arresting this man around 2:15. Officials won't confirm that he's connected to the shooting yet, but Air 12 was there as they took him to jail.
We went on the patio just to have a look over the fence and saw a hole in our patio roof, and then this was just laying there next to it.
Brett Shear found this bullet 3 blocks from the scene, and as experts continue to process all the evidence, Jerry can only pray for the officer.
I wish I could have done something else I hope he's going to be okay.
Now, Vancouver police are not releasing the name of this officer yet, but they tell us that he was shot multiple times and his family is now with him at the hospital. Live in Vancouver tonight, Jamie Wilson, the 5 o'clock news.
Jamie, thank you. And the police officer who was shot is in critical condition. He's believed to be at Peace Health Medical Center in Vancouver. And that's where Fox 12's Ben Singer joins us live. Ben?
Channel 12.
And Amy, we're right outside the emergency department here at the hospital, and as you might imagine, there are several officers here as well. Some of them are right here behind me. Their cars parked over in this general direction. Of course, there are many, many officers still in the area where this happened as well. We want to show you some video of all the police activity that's been going on throughout the day. There are several different scenes. The one where the shooting happened, 2 more where the suspects were arrested. It's a mostly residential area. Several people witnessed the police activity. Some witnessed the arrest themselves. We talked with a woman who had a run-in with one of the suspects while he was being pursued.
All of a sudden, this guy rolls rolls up, and his car looked like it didn't have brakes, like it was sort of moving, and then he didn't have a front door, and he rolls out, and he's just screaming for this guy named Jimmy, which I later found out is the owner of the house, and he's like, "Wait, where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? I need Jimmy." And he pushes me and goes past me and runs into the backyard. And then 5 or 6 other cars roll up, and they're like, "Get that man, get that man!" And I was like, "What?" I didn't really know what was going on. And
So back here live, we're outside the emergency department. There is another one of the officers' comrades coming or going here. That's a process that's been going on for the past several hours as this news broke. Of course, they haven't released the details about his name yet. They want to make sure that all the next of kin have been notified. But again, at last check, his condition was considered critical. Reporting live, Ben Singer, the 5 o'clock news.
All right, Ben, keep us updated.